Hi everyone, welcome back. It's me Nita. Last day we discussed how the other degrees, the higher degrees can be shifted to the positive degree. So today what we are going to discuss is how the other degrees can be switched over to the comparative degree. So what are you waiting for? Shall we start? Yes. Last day we discussed how the higher degrees can be converted to positive degree, isn't it? Yes. Okay, today let's first of all just revise the portion that we discussed in the previous day, and also we need to discuss an exceptional case. So after that we'll go to today's portion. Okay. Just consider this example. Diamond is harder than any other metal. Isn't it? Yes. Diamond is harder than any other metal. See here, diamond is in comparison with many other metals, and among all of them, diamond is the hardest one. So that is why we started with the no other metal. So we got the answer like this: no other metal is. As you know, no other will follow only a singular noun. That's why we used no other metal is. Okay. See, harder we need to convert it into as hard as. So we got the answer like this: no other metal is as hard as diamond. This is what we discussed last day. Now, here is an exception to this rule. Okay, for that, let's consider this example. Kavita is one among the most industrious girls in the colony. Okay, Kavita is an industrious girl. Okay, Kavita is one among the most industrious girls in the colony. She is industrious, but we cannot say that she is in the highest level. Why can't we say that he's not in the highest level? Because there are some other girls too who are as industrious as Kavita is. So that we cannot say that Kavita is, no other girl in the colony is as industrious as Kavita. We cannot say like this in this case, because there are some other girls are there who are as industrious as Kavita. So that we cannot start with no other. Okay, in this case, what we would do? We need to start with very few. Very few. Okay, very few girls in the colony. Very few girls in the colony are as industrious as Kavita. Okay. See, why we used very few here? Okay. See, if in the question there are the signal words like one among or one of the, one among or one of the, then you cannot start the sentence with no other. Instead, you need to start with very few. Okay. So very few girls in the colony are. See, another rule. Very few will always follow a plural verb. Okay. If you start a sentence with very few, that will always follow a plural verb. That's why we used very few girls in the colony are. Okay. See, here in the case, no other will always follow a singular noun. That's why we used no other metal is. So very few, as I told you, always will follow a plural noun. So the answer will come like this: very few girls in the colony are as industrious as. Yes, as industrious as Kavita. That's the answer. Have a glance at these sentences. Iron is more useful than any other metal. Iron is in comparison with many other metals, and iron has the highest degree. Okay, so that's why you can start with no other. No doubt you can start with no other. Okay, so no other metal is. Okay, no other metal is. See, we got the signal word here, as useful as. No other metal is as useful as iron. Okay, so compared to iron, no other metal is there which is as useful as iron. Okay, so that's why we started with no other. Okay, once again, we will discuss the exceptional case. The rainbow is one of the most beautiful sights. Okay, here in this example we got a keyword one among. Here we have one of the. Okay, one of the. As I told you, if you get one among the or one of the, you need to start with very few. Very few. We cannot start with no other because rainbow is a very beautiful sight, no doubt, but there are many other sights also there in the nature that is as beautiful as rainbow, isn't it? So rainbow does not has the highest degree, does not possess the highest degree here. Okay, it's not in the highest level, so that we need to start with very few. Okay, see, very few sites are as beautiful as the rainbow. Okay, the answer would come like this. See, we got the signal word one of the, so that we started with very few. Okay, so very few sites are. See, very few, as I told you, will follow only the plural noun. Okay, so that's why very few sites are. So a signal word as beautiful as. Very few sites are as beautiful as the rainbow. So let's come back to today's portion, that is how other degrees can be converted to the comparative degree. Okay, how the superlative or the positive degrees can be converted to comparative degree. That's what we're going to discuss now. Okay, just consider this example. No other month is as cold as. See, as cold as. See, you got the positive degree here, as cold as. What you need to change is, you need the degree colder. You need the comparative degree colder. So from as cold as, you need to shift that to the second degree, degree, that is colder. Okay. So what are the necessary changes? See, comparative degree is used to compare two people or two places or two objects. Okay, so it's quite simple to change this. What we need is only this. See, the question is this: no other month is as cold as December. So let's start with December. December, what we need is colder. Okay, so December is colder. So we got the comparative degree here, colder. December is colder. Now we come to the rule. See, comparative degree, as I told you, it is used to compare two people or two objects or two places like that. Okay, so the signal word for this is than. if you use comparative degree, than is the signal word for this. Okay, so you must use than when you use comparative degree. That's only there. So December is colder than. So any other we need to change it to no other, we need to change it to any other, than any other month. Okay, see, we started with December, then we got our comparative degree colder here. Okay, and that will definitely follow the signal word, this term than. Okay, which is only there. So December is colder than any other month. No other will change to any other. Okay, that's it. Another example. Solomon was the wisest of all kings. See, here you had the positive degree. This positive degree, you changed it to comparative. See, here you have the superlative degree. So this is what you need to change it to comparative. Okay, Solomon was the wisest of all kings. We'll start with Solomon. Okay, let's start with Solomon. Solomon was, see what we need, from wisest to wiser. Okay, Solomon was wiser. What's our signal word? Than. Okay, Solomon was wiser than any other king. See, as I told you, any other will also follow a singular noun. Okay, earlier we discussed that no other will follow a singular noun. Like that, any other two will follow a singular noun. Never use than any other kings. That is wrong. Okay, any other king. No other student in the class is as good as he is. See, you have the positive degree as good as. What you need is the comparative. That is, what's the comparative form of good? That is better. Okay, so you need to use better here in the sentence. Okay, no other student in the class is as good as he is. So let's start with he. He is, comparative degree is better. So he is better, and our signal word is than. Than is the key word. Okay, so he is better than any other student in the class. Okay, what you just need to do is use the comparative degree and then use the signal word, key term than. Okay, plus any other student. See, take care of that. Any other also will follow a singular noun. That is why any other student in the class. Come to the next example. Next up is no other city in UP is as big as. See, you have the positive degree here. As big as. Okay, so you need the comparative degree, that is bigger. Okay, so shall we start with Kanpur? Yes, Kanpur is, what's the comparative degree? Bigger. Kanpur is bigger, and our key term is than. Kanpur is bigger than, no other will change to any other. Kanpur is bigger than any other city in UP. Okay, see, any other will follow a singular noun. You have to use city instead of cities. Okay, never use cities. That's wrong. So Kanpur is bigger than any other city in UP.
Okay friends, I'm sure the portions that we covered today is very clear and convincing to all of you. We'll soon meet again with another topic. Till then, bye-bye.